If I'm not producing, am I still valuable? That's the question I've been asking in this wilderness season. Because I feel like God's called me to build something. But what happens when I'm inconsistent? When I can't produce? When my own hang-ups hit me and the only thing I've built is a pile of shame? I've been told obedience is about results. But what if obedience looks more like my identity and my relationship with God? And there's a whole lot more factors than what I originally thought. In today's video, we're diving into what obedience really means for the Israelites in the wilderness and what it means for us when we're stuck, tired, and questioning our worth. We're in the middle of a series walking through the Israelites' journey out of slavery, through the wilderness, and into the promised land. In the last 2 episodes, we talked about emotional slavery, those places where we're still stuck, still bound, and God's faithfulness to deliver us, even when we didn't see it. Last video, we talked about gratitude and the importance of that in the wilderness. In this second part on the wilderness, we're talking about this dry season that's called the in-between. And if you're anything like me, you've misunderstood this season. We tend to think the wilderness equals punishment. That if we're here, it must mean God's holding out on us or we're doing something wrong. But here's what I've realized. This season isn't about what's missing. It's about what's being added. Most of us assume obedience means result. But what if obedience in God's eyes is more about where your heart is? What's the posture that you hold before Him than what is in your hands and what you're producing? Look at this moment in Exodus. Then Moses said to the whole community of Israel, "This is what the Lord has commanded. Take a sacred offering for the Lord. Let those with generous hearts present their gifts to the Lord." So the people of Israel, every man and woman who was eager to help in the work of the Lord, had given them through Moses, brought their gifts, and gave them freely to the Lord. Exodus 35, verses 4 and 5. Obedience here wasn't about quotas. It was about generosity, willingness, and relationship. And that completely challenged how I was thinking. Because I've been treating obedience only like performance. If I didn't get the script done, if I didn't post a video, if I didn't produce, then I must be failing God. But what if God values the process more than the product? What if showing up, wrestling with your perfectionism, your mental health, your attention span, what if that's what counts as obedience? The Israelites were trained in slavery to produce or be punished. But in the wilderness, God was retraining them to rest, to receive, to be free. And that's exactly what He's doing with us. Even before He made the world, God loved us and chose us in Christ to be holy and without fault in His eyes. God decided in advance to adopt into His own family and to give Him great pleasure. Ephesians 1, verses 4 and 5. God chose you before you ever did anything for Him. So no, you're not valuable because you're productive. You are valuable because you are His. So when I feel stuck and I can't move forward, I go back to God. I thank Him. I sometimes go for prayer walks. I pull myself out of whatever I'm doing to think about Him for a few moments. And then if I don't get unstuck, I try again in half an hour. And then I go for another walk, for trying to get myself out of this place. And then eventually I find within myself the energy to face my fears again. Because renewing my mind is part of obedience. And some days that is the work. That is what I need to do for that day to get ready for what God has called me to do. I know a lot of people think that the main lesson the Israelites had to learn in the wilderness was obedience. But I actually think it was this. God was changing their identity from slavery to free and holy people. And that's where we're talking about in the next video. Right now you're walking through the wilderness, just like the Israelites. But your next quest is all about identity. You're not stuck, you're in process. And if you're feeling stuck, download your free PDF journal from unresolvedtangents.com, your first map to navigate the wilderness and find your way to victory. Need a personal strategy session? One-on-one coaching is like your personalized game walkthrough. Let's equip you with the right tools to finish this chapter strong and unlock the next one. The adventure isn't over yet. Your story is still being written. Check the link in the description and embrace the next mission. Contact me on Unresolved Tangents for a one-on-one free session to see if this is right for you. Let's build your story together. Your mission is waiting. Let's help you level up. Check the link in the description for the tools to keep your journey going. God is still with you, and your adventure is just getting started.